Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak. Andy Klosenski, did I say it right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to bring your mic up there. Hey. There we go.
Nice. Oh yeah, I can hear me now.
Very good. Very good. Welcome. Yeah, I like that song a lot. That's good. It's catchy.
Thank you.
And Jenny and I got a big kick out of when we first watched that YouTube video where it's you playing outside. It's like 20 minutes long and you're doing some different songs. That's a lot of fun. That was kind of my introduction to you, seeing you online. And
perfect.
I said, yeah, we definitely got to get him on. And Andy Klosenski is our musical guest. He's gonna play for us. We're gonna chat a bit between songs, and this will be a lot of fun. Yeah, go ahead and play a little, Andy, if you would. I'll just kind of get some levels here.
Sure thing.
Should be good. I'll kind of ride the faders as we go. I'm a sound guy, so I'm pretty maniacal about it almost. All right.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Human compressor. Here we go.
Very good. So yeah, what are you going to play for us? You want to tell us anything about the,
Yeah, I'm going to play a song called Idea Man. It's off of that same album, as the previous tune. And, I mean, that's about all I got on it right now.
Idle doodles of dreams rising off of the page. Call me an idea man. It came in a flash. Ooh, agonized and rehashed. Ooh, the twist of a mustache. I'll be tying the muse to the tracks. I'll be riding the lightning 80 billion wires. Dead and now I'm touched with fire. That which was lifeless now respires. Idle doodles of dreams rising off of the page. Call me an idea man, a muse in a cage. Superman or a Clark Kent, no, I am the booth. Call me an idea man, transformer of the truth. Or a couple of yucks, ooh, or a couple of bucks, ooh, no such luck. Content consumers all say, for the love of the game you still show up to play. You ain't got any leverage, we ain't gonna pay. What's an idea anyway? Idle doodles of dreams rising off of the page. Call me an idea man, a muse in a cage. Superman or a Clark Kent, no, I am the booth. Call me an idea man, transformer of the truth. Light bulb broke. Such a cruel joke. I'm never lipping that electricity bill. I'm rising the occasion to fill a void that will never fill. Now I'm a dark horse stirring up. Yeah, every manner of dark force for the Champions Cup. Get up until I'm finally unsaddled, entrenched and battled. I ran away, my demons tattled on me. Now I'm breaking away and there's no looking back. Ain't no thinking or dreaming, only who's on track. Yes, I'm breaking the ground where castles once were shacks and highways were once cul-de-sacs. Idle doodles of dreams rising off of the page. Call me an idea man, I'm using a K. Superman or a Clark Kent, no, I am the booth. Call me an idea man, transformer of the truth.
I love it.
Thank you.
Andy Klosenski is here with us live in studio. That song is called Idea Man. And Barb Barton Feeler is in the chat room. Says,
Oh, hey, Barb.
Says, woohoo, Andy, sing it. And Jenny says, woot, woot. Yeah, good stuff.
Thank you.
And that's on, so is that on the RPM challenge from 2020?
Yep, that is. That's on INFP. That's the first tune. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I hear a lot about the RPM challenge on the show.
Great.
Now, what is it? You've got like, you got to make a song a day for how many days?
No, you make an album in the month of February. Yeah.
Oh,
so you
I
get
gotcha.
28 days to make a full-length album, yeah.
What's the minimum number of songs required to count as an album in the
Either
challenge?
10 songs or 35 minutes. That's the threshold.
I gotcha.
So, yeah, I
gotcha.
usually end up with 11 songs, and I'm usually in right around 35 minutes.
Yeah,
Sometimes 37.
Is that the only year you've done it? Is 2020?
And no, I did it a bunch of years.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I went back to 2007 with some other projects and such.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's that's how I started making albums and
Oh, no kidding.
recording. Yeah, before that I was just doing stuff with a little 4-track in my room and
Yeah.
writing songs. I had a junior high band. I was in a couple of bands. Well, not even bands really, just people would get together a little bit in high school, but I wasn't really doing a lot with it.
Yeah.
It kind of fell by the wayside when I left high school, and then I picked it up again. I don't know, early 20s. Yeah, so right around 2007.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I made they started doing that, and then it just it's one of those things that like there are a lot of people who are veterans around that just they just make RPM albums
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a fun challenge.
What does INFP stand for?
Oh, so that's a Myers-Briggs personality
Oh.
identifier. Yeah,
Oh,
so
I should have known.
Yeah, the introverted, intuitive, feeling, perceptive. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. I took that test once. I don't remember what I know that I was also an I because I'm also an introvert.
Yeah.
Which is why I do this, because I feel safest. I would say I feel safest behind a microphone much more so than like I don't go to parties or anything. I'd rather be behind a microphone or on a stage or something. That's where I feel the most comfortable.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. A lot of, there's a lot of famous people who are actually introverts because, they love performing, but they'd rather do that than do a lot of social things.
Some of the boisterous ones too. Some of the really big, like the bold ones, like Prince, Freddie Mercury, Michael Jackson. Those guys were all quite introverted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can you tell me too? Some of your songs are pretty funny.
Thank you.
There's that one. I wasn't going to ask you to play this one necessarily. I'm not sure the lyrics would fly on an FM show, but you know the song I'm thinking of?
I don't know. You could be describing a lot of songs in my discography.
That's
not gonna
true.
lie.
Yeah, Used White Sob, I think it's called.
Oh, you don't think that's gonna fly?
That's pretty funny. Well, let me look at the lyrics again.
I was planning on playing that.
Well, I might have it confused with another song. Let me look at these lyrics again. Maybe I might be thinking of a different song because these look all right.
See, that's the thing is like I don't really drop a lot of like F-bombs, anything like that.
Yeah, that's true. It's innuendo and
yeah, that's the thing. It's like innuendo and kind of having some,
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I might have been thinking of a different song. I mean, this one, there's a line in here that's really funny. Yeah, but I think it's actually fine. I don't see what the problem would be.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad I looked at it because you're right. This one's okay. It's funny. See, now I actually want to hear it.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, that was going to be like one of my closing kind of tunes. So
cool.
I was like,
cool.
I'm like, I hope we don't pull that one out from under me.
All right, good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in the meantime, so it sounds like you want to save that one for later, though. So in the meantime, do you want to play? You want to play something else?
You know, I mean, we can. Yeah, let me play something else first.
Okay.
Let me play something else first.
All right. And if you're just joining us, Andy Klosenski is here with us in studio. All right, whenever you're ready, sir.
Sure. This one's called We Can Take Our Time. This is a newer one. This isn't on a record yet.
Oh,
so.
nice.
Darling, don't worry. You can always change your mind. There ain't any hurry, darling, we can take our time. Try to meet the world face to face. They always look at me so strangely, like I'm from outer space. But I'm not the only one who feels out of place. We're built to bear the pain, don't much it takes. Like flowers in the rain, but we never break. What is lost and what remains, one and the same. The future's ours to make. Darling, don't worry. You can always change your mind. There ain't any hurry, darling, we can take our time. Oh, tell me, is there something I can say to change your mind? You can think it over, darling, night hard to find. We can take our time. Where in the world will we go when it seems the world just doesn't want us or even wants to know? I'm not the only place we live and grow. We'll weather the disdain in any form it takes, like flowers in the rain, but we never break. You don't have to go it all on your own. You can believe that we are not alone. Darling, don't worry. You can always change your mind. There ain't any hurry, darling, we can take our time. Oh, tell me, is there something I can say to change your mind? You can think it over, darling, night hard to find. We can take our time. Ooh, we can take our time. Ooh, we can take our time. Ooh, we can take our time.
Very nice. Andy Klosenski is here with us live in studio. Here's a new name in the chat room. Might be a fan of yours, Tony Santis in the chat room.
Yeah, Facebook friends with that.
Yeah,
that guy.
very good. Yep. He joins us in there. And Archer Flight says, tell Andy K, we say keep up the good work.
Excellent.
And,
Thank you.
And Mike from Queen City Cabinetry says, I really like that one. Yeah, me too. Can you tell us a little bit about influences, Andy? I'm hearing some different things in there, but
that song was kind of like a 70s Motown inspired sort of thing.
Yeah.
It started off with me like kind of trying to write a Jackson 5 song. Like,
oh, no kidding.
Yeah, maybe Tomorrow or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, But it's a little. This is the thing. It's like, so I listen back to, and I'll like go, okay, well, let's listen to Jackson, like that kind of era Jackson 5, and I go back, and it's Never Can Say Goodbye, and that's like tight, clean composition. Like that's very.
Yeah.
Like, I got like a ton of chords in here and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I have a hard time not playing a million chords. But yeah, I start playing seventh chords, and it just goes and goes. So, yeah, a lot of fun.
Are you always a solo act? Do you ever play with other musicians?
At this point, yeah, I'm pretty much always a solo act. Yeah, just hooking up with musicians, being able to put in, the time to get things tight and get things where they need to be. Because my stuff's not, it's not virtuosic. You don't have to be, a member of Frank Zappa's band to play it, but it's not exactly easy either. So
Right.
I kind of want to make sure that everything's nailed down.
Well, like you were saying too, you've got a lot of chords in there, and yeah. You've played in bands before, though, I would assume, right? Or
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
yeah. Do you ever think about putting a band together to play this
Quite a
stuff?
few.
Or,
Yeah,
really,
periodically, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's about getting the pieces to come together.
Yeah.
Gets trickier the further away you get from 20, 23. So yeah, so yeah. But I'm definitely open to it, and looking a little harder than I had been before.
Really? Okay. Interesting. And you live in, is it the Seacoast area where you live?
Yeah, I'm over right. Technically, I'm in Madbury, so I'm like right in between Dover and Durham.
Okay. Yeah, I was commenting on the show earlier. My dad, who obviously he's an older guy, but he's very into new music. Like he listens to WUNH. He lives out there. He lives in Dover. Yeah. And he has gone out to see some live music. So I was commenting. He'll probably text me later. I was commenting earlier on the show. He might have seen you live at some point, or just seen you around the scene, because he pays a lot of attention. But
yeah, if he frequents any open mic nights at all, there's a good chance that he's definitely seen me.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and there's a lot of great talent from that area. I've always really thought that the music scene around there, and there's some good places to play too. Where do you play? Do you do mostly open mics, or do you ever do?
At this point, I'm doing a lot of open mics.
Yeah.
Starting to play some more shows now. I actually got one coming up this Saturday.
Oh,
at Hi-Fi Brewing. Yeah, I'm opening for a band called Marble Prone.
Yes, we've had them on the show.
Yeah.
That might be how we got connected with you.
Yeah, Madison.
Oh, yes, Madison Russo. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
excellent.
Madison.
Excellent. So you're going to be opening for them. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It should be fun. Should be a good time.
Do you often get to do that, where you obviously, you're doing the solo thing, but do you have does that come up a lot where you get to open for a full band, or do you often play?
That's how I used to do it. Yeah. To be honest with you. Yeah. That's how I would get some shows here and there, kind of sporadically.
Yeah.
But a lot of places they're looking to book a band, they're looking to book somebody with a rhythm section.
Right.
So a lot of times what I would be doing is I would be opening for other musicians, for other acts. And there were a number of them, 7, 8, 10 years ago that I was doing that with.
Oh, okay.
And then I kind of left the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
About 2018-ish.
Okay.
2019.
Yeah.
I wasn't really doing very much of anything. And
yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm getting back out again. So
yeah.
Having a lot of fun.
And when you record, we were talking earlier about the RPM challenge. Where do you record? Do you do everything at home, and do you do that yourself?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, so that's where I was doing all my stuff. I've got a little standalone. It's called a Korg D888. It's a little standalone. It's a digital a recorder, but it's not a DAW. It's not using a computer. Just a hard drive, an internal hard drive, and I've been using that since 2007.
No kidding. The same machine.
Things on its last legs. Yeah, I just bought a Tascam 24 track.
Oh wow!
Less than a year ago. It's a similar situation.
Yeah.
So the idea is that I'm gonna move over to this other one that's got more tracks available. Then I'm gonna do all the basic tracking, then send it along to somebody.
Yeah.
Who can collaborate and make it.
Yeah.
Make it better.
Yeah, that's cool though. That if it still works, that's great, and you've obviously gotten a lot of mileage out of out of that Korg. That's pretty cool.
An awful lot. Yeah.
That's great. Well, you want to play another song?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
I'd like to hear more. And
this next one is a newer one as well. I don't have this one. There are a bunch of songs that I've been playing out now.
Yeah.
The most of my live set is stuff that I don't have on record yet.
Oh, okay.
So this one is called "Dancing While You're Burning Alive."
Oh.
Do you mind if I do this without the cans? Is that?
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, whatever works for you.
So
Yeah.
I'll make sure that I'm up here on the mic.
Yeah. No worries. All right.
I'm a man of the world, but the world too small. Walked right up the frozen edge and dared myself to fall. Jumped right into the ocean, looking for my depth. Settled in a villa in a border town on the edge of life and death. Got that divine electrocution. I'd wear a bolt of lightning out. Said I can practice all my elocution, but you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. Ooh, if I can't find some solution, how am I ever to survive? It's a foregone conclusion, like dancing while you're burning alive. Ain't afraid of no man in black going round and taking names. Sign mine on the dotted line with a puckered curve and lipstick stain, cause my brain is a bubbling cauldron just below its flashpoint. Ain't ready to come down yet, and I'm halfway through my last joint. Or divine electrocution, I'd wear a bolt of lightning out. Said I can practice all my elocution, but you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. Ooh, if I can't find some solution, how am I ever to survive? It's a foregone conclusion, like dancing while you're burning alive. Yeah. The earth can shimmy beneath my feet, but my legs ain't gonna quake. I break hearts at the sugar glass, I blow minds at the candles on a birthday cake. Said I'm alive, why I said the side to side. Said I'm a slide fire down a mountainside. A conflagration's like a congregation, singing the gospel across an orange sky. I'm shedding all my skin, can't nothing hold me in. I'm melting like paraffin, I gotta get out, get out, get out, get out. You're gonna know what I'm talking about, cause I'm 10 foot tall, bulletproof and bad like Jesse James. They're gonna hang me in the Louvre, but they're still trying to build the frame. Gonna burn every bridge tonight and throw marshmallows over the flames. And I'll be huddled in the rubble for warmth in the morning, with only myself to blame. And that divine electrocution, that bolt of lightning wears me out. Said I can practice all my elocution, but even I don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh, send a song through the lightning, and if that storm cloud don't arrive, you can find me fending off the darkness, dancing while I'm burning alive. You can find me fending off the darkness, dancing while I'm burning alive. So you can find me fending off the darkness, dancing while I'm burning. I'm burning, ooh, I'm burning, I'm burning, ooh, I'm burning, I'm burning, ooh, I'm burning.
Nice. You do fit a lot of chords in there.
An awful lot, yeah.
Tamsin Churchill in the Facebook live chat says, love the energy.
Thank you.
And we also got a message on the text line. Holly from Dover says, sounds great. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, Holly.
Andy Klosenski is here with us live in studio. Is there any kind of a story to that song? I feel like a song involving being on fire and so forth. It might have a story.
Yeah. So that was written in a style of a band that I like quite a bit. They're some friends of mine. And And so I, just as an exercise, I'm like, I wonder if I can try to write a song like that.
Yeah.
So I did, and and that's what came out. I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question. I didn't really stop and think about it too much.
Do lyrics
finish them.
Do lyrics come to you easily, or
sometimes not.
Yeah.
More often than not, they don't.
Really? Yeah.
It's the melodies. The melodies and chords come easy.
Yeah.
The last part is the lyrics, getting those to fit. I like to try to fit them, especially because I get kind of particular about melody these days. So I like try to fit them neatly over the melody so that the accents of the words are going to roll with the accents of the melody.
Yeah.
So you don't have those two things fighting.
Gotcha. Has your style changed at all over the years, or in terms of how you approach it and what the songs are like?
Oh yeah, very much so. So early on, I was trying to do stuff like Frank Zappa, Captain Beefheart. I was trying to do stuff that was pretty off the wall.
Yeah.
There was a bit of musicianship going on there too, with like trying to compose stuff a little bit more.
Yeah.
I kind of settled in after a while, doing like a singer-songwriter thing, mostly out of convenience, to be honest, because it's just me and the guitar.
Yeah.
So that's it's just a lot easier. It's a lot easier to get out and perform your stuff, to play. I was playing open mics a bunch, and I was trying to adapt these songs that I had overdubbed all these guitar lines and bass lines and stuff. Thankfully, I didn't do too much percussion, so you weren't missing too much. You're missing a little bit of a cajon and some maracas. That was about it. From the recording, but yeah, it got tough to kind of balance all those elements. So yeah, just out of convenience, I started writing as a singer-songwriter. Now I guess I'm that guy.
Did you ever do the looping thing live or anything like that?
I never did that. To be honest, that's a terrifying, it's a terrifying proposition for me. Because there's so many things that can go wrong. You're tapping the thing, like that learning curve. A guy named Tim Bear, who I see at the open mic nights. Shout out to Tim Bear, Tim Bear Music. He does looping stuff.
Yeah,
I call him Loops. He's that guy. And he's got it down. He's got it down.
Yeah.
He does a real good job with it. Yeah. The other thing too is about looping stuff. For me, like when I write songs, they're always changing a little bit. Stuff's always shifting around. And if I have like a chord progression that's kind of going around and around, I just like to dart and change directions so often. So I can't commit to like a 4 or 8 bar sort of thing very often.
I gotcha.
So that's the other thing too, is that, like, as just compositionally, like sitting down and going like, all right, well, maybe I take the hit, learn how to deal with the loops and, loop something and then play over it. It's, I don't know. It's still not out of the question, I guess.
Yeah, no, that makes sense what you're saying though. It's kind of like when a band plays to a click track.
Yeah.
Like especially big arena bands who, they've got a lot of special effects and whatnot. So they have to play to a click track and they have to, can't change anything on the fly. Can't, maybe add an extra chorus at the end of the song or anything. That, they have to stick with exactly what they have because of that click track, and they have to, they have to stay committed to it. And I guess with the looping, it's kind of a similar thing, right? Where, once you do that, you have to commit to it, or because there's, I mean, I guess in theory, maybe you could change it on the fly, even with looping things, but there is a lot that can go wrong.
Yeah. And I guess too, you can undo loops and redo loops or something.
Yeah.
But if you're layering a lot of stuff, that it seems straight. You know who else is great too? I don't know if you've ever heard of her, Tune Yards. Have you ever heard of that artist?
I don't think so.
So she does, I think she's originally out of Mass. But her name's Meryl Garbus, and she does these amazing things with loops. Makes these great records, and when you see her live, like the way she delivers that, and everything just lines up. Everything is like, and she's building it, like she'll build it there in front of you. That's what a lot of the thing with a loop thing is, that you start it and you build it up in front of everybody, and that's kind of like, part of the secret sauce.
Yeah.
And she would do that, but everything is just right on. It's almost like you might as well be on a click, like a really grooving click track, but like just how well like she's able to lock that in and change stuff on the fly. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's unbelievable. I saw that. She's almost like a virtuoso.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people get really adept at pulling that off. But yeah, it must take a while to really get that down. Yeah. So do any of those songs that you did early on where you would have to kind of adapt them for the live performance, did any of those survive? Do you play any of those now, or did you give those up?
I haven't played too many of them. A lot of them did survive. They were I say a lot of them. I guess it was a relatively small percentage, but a good number.
Yeah.
I've got a couple that I still play. I've got a couple that I'm going to be playing upcoming, pretty soon. Yeah. So there are a couple of those.
Yeah.
A couple of those that I'm dusting them off. Right now, I've been so focused on playing the newer stuff.
Yeah.
That
you must. Do you know how many songs you've recorded? Because it sounds like you've recorded a lot with all the RPM challenges and
recorded. I mean, yeah, I don't know, 100, 200, something like that. That's just recorded. I mean, I've been writing songs since I was 11. So,
yeah.
I mean, you have bits and pieces of stuff lying around all over. Yeah.
Do you still remember the first song you ever wrote?
Not well.
Yeah.
Not well. Mercifully not well. It wasn't very good.
I don't think to ask everybody that, but I get very different answers. Some people will tell me, "Oh yeah, I remember everything about it." I don't remember who it was, but I had one guest who told me, "Yeah, I actually still play the first song I ever wrote." It's like, wow.
Well, yeah. When did they start writing? If that's the case, like I guess if they wrote it when they were like, 18 or 22 or something, then it wouldn't be too cringe. But if you're 11.
I mean, it's funny. I'm a musician. I'm not active in that at the moment, but I remember. I actually remember some of the first songs I ever wrote. I thought I was a really good lyricist when I was really young, and I also remember finding those songs.
It's a great preamble. I thought I was a very good lyricist.
I thought I was, and then I remember finding those songs years later, and I remember ripping them up and throwing them out because I didn't want anyone to ever see them.
Yeah. Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's a mood.
Yeah.
That's a mood.
I was like, I mean, there was nobody else in the room, and yet I'm looking at these papers and I'm like, wow, that's really embarrassing.
Yep.
Like John Bon Jovi, but with severe head trauma. Like these are horrible lyrics. But oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's. I'd love to hear another song if you want to play something.
Yeah, I think I want to do that.
All right, awesome. If you're just joining us, by the way, Andy Klosenski is here with us in studio, and he is playing live, and we're talking, and we're having a great time.
This next song is called Used White Sob.
Oh, all right, I'm ready.
Sorry, pardon me.
Oh, yeah.
The echo.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Standard fare, TV dinner, a doobie, and a stale eclair. Look in the mirror, see who's standing there, mourning each thin graying strand of hair. I've no illusions about true romance, infatuation at a passing glance. All I'm hoping for is one more chance, dyeing my beard for the singles dance. And if all else fails, I'm gonna wrap a roll of quarters in the tube socket, stuff it down the front of my pants. I'm punching out of my weight class tonight, no, I ain't leaving anything to chance. Rev the motor, ooh, I'll be cruising the streets, though I ain't no stretch limousine. No, honey, I'm a used white sob, something you can drive into the ground with dignity. I'm the one for the job. Reach into your jacket pocket, grab a fist full of fob, lock me up and fog up my windows, turn up the goddamn stereo, We're almost there, yo, not as planned. Back on the market and off my brand. Cologne on the dresser for a one-night stand. Lotion on the nightstand in my cold right hand. Maybe the bar scene on a weekend night, or an algorithm on a dating site. By the candle of my phone's blue light, finger reluctantly swiping right. In several hours we'll be going at each other in the darkness, stumbling out of our pants. I'll pay for the drinks and the dinner, but I ain't buying heartbreak in advance. Maserati, always peeling away in the pale morning light. With your heart's gasoline, take a flyer on a used white Saab, something you can drive into the ground with dignity. I'm the one for the job. Reach into your jacket pocket, grab a fist full of fob. Lock me up and fog up my windows, turn up the goddamn stereo. We're almost there, yo. I'm a used white Saab, something you can drive into the ground with dignity. I'm the one for the job. Reach into your jacket pocket, grab a fist full of fob. Lock me up and fog up my windows, turn up the goddamn stereo. We're almost there, yo.
Nice. Used White Sob from Andy Klosenski here in the Facebook live chat. Jenny says, he's so much fun. I love it. And Holly A. Furlone says, clap, clap. That name's familiar. Is she a musician?
Yeah.
From, yeah. I think I've met her through, oh, no, I can't remember his name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just, you meet so many people in the scene. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But I think I've met Holly before.
Yeah, I met her at the Earth Eagle North open mic in Somersworth.
Oh, okay. Yep. Barb Barton Feeler says, love it. And JFed really likes that as well. Oh, and Ryan Walters is in the Facebook live chat and says, I'll second the clap, clap.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And we have a call. We'll grab this. I think this might be our friend Charles from Florida. Charles, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. I wanted to ask him how hard is it to write a song? Do these things come to you like within 15, 20 minutes, or do you spend days at a time or weeks at a time trying to compose a song and get everything written together? Lyrics first, or do you do tunes first?
So sometimes it's incredibly easy to write songs to the point where they just keep flowing and they don't stop, and it almost becomes a problem in your life. At least for me, that's sort of a dancing while you're burning alive kind of situation. Other times it's incredibly difficult to write them, especially when you're trying to complete them. I guess I wish I had. So it's not an original answer, but I think it's a fitting answer. Anywhere from 15 minutes to 15 years. It can take an awful long time to write songs. As far as words first versus music, it's almost always music. For a while, I was writing melodies first, so I would always have tunes that I was turning around in my head. So even before I put my hands on a guitar or anything else, it was a tune that I was working on. But mostly now, I'm sitting down with a guitar, I'm playing around, I'm finding chord changes that I like, and then following, coming up with the melody.
Sounds great.
Yeah, those
really
things
does.
kind of feed each other. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Very good.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, on the ones that came with you instantaneously, has that been one of the ones you played today?
Great question. Dancing While You're Burning Alive came pretty fast.
No kidding.
That came. Yeah, it's a bunch of words and everything. That came pretty fast. Because it was so freeing. Because I was writing other kinds of music, and stuff. It gets kind of baroque after a while. Like a lot of chords, a lot of melodies, a lot of range, and and you're writing these words and you're trying to make them fit over something, and then you do something that's kind of a straightforward rock and roll thing. The cadence is a lot easier. That like everybody kind of has written in that cadence. Not everybody, but a lot of people have written that cadence going all the way back to old country music. So you can just kind of fall into it, and then the words just kind of flow, even if they're not very obvious words. Like you can just fit more words in there because it's an easier kind of form to write in. I find. But as far as those go, Idea Man came pretty quick as well. That came together. That was a few days still, because you write down lyrics and you'll get like an idea. You'll get some sketched lyrics or whatever. You get a verse, but you won't get the rest of it, or you get the chorus, but you don't get anything else. And if you don't jump on that quick, then you just have a chorus and you're sitting on that for 4 years. Yeah. So I guess those two came pretty quick. Yeah. The other stuff was a little bit labored.
How long? When did you first pick up a guitar? Like, are you self-taught, or did you take lessons? How did you get to be so crafty with an instrument?
Oh, thank you. So I was fortunate enough to both have access to lessons. My folks could afford to get me lessons and stuff. And I also had an older brother who had a guitar, so there was always a guitar kind of around the house, at least starting, I don't know, I think he got it when he was 14, so that would be like, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I mean, going all the way back, there are pictures of me like standing in front of a television in diapers, like holding a tennis racket backward like a guitar. I would watch MTV old enough to stand holding the tennis racket as a guitar. So like it was always kind of there, but a tennis racket is very, very far from a Stratocaster. So like you still have to learn a bunch of skills and stuff. I've been doing it for
Guitar Hero a part of your learning process?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I am off with that. I'm still off with them because I tend to sit behind the beat. And if you get something that's a little bit quick and you're behind the beat, and because you're not supposed to be you're supposed to be exactly on the beat when you're playing Guitar Hero, because it's a video game.
Yeah,
it's Pac-Man. It's not
right.
It's not. You're not playing in a band.
Right.
So yeah, endless source of frustration. Yeah, no, none of that. It's just an acoustic guitar and some Black Sabbath.
Nice
acoustic guitar, some Black Sabbath, some Michael Jackson. Couldn't figure out how to make the two meet until I don't know.
Very cool. All right, well, I'll let you two get back to it. Thank you very much.
All right, Charles.
You're welcome.
Appreciate the call. Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
All right, very good. By the way, Holly says in the chat room, I thought, yes, Jim Terrell introduced us. I do remember now, Holly. She said, yes, Jim Terrell was recording a show with you, and I swung by to check it out long time ago. Yeah, that was a long time ago, but I do remember. I do remember that now, yes. Melanie had some questions about the lyrics for in that song "Used White Sob," but the questions are I think we'll leave those be. But that song does make me laugh. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
That was based on that was kind of a like a yacht rock pastiche.
Yeah,
so it's kind of supposed to have that sort of doobie bounce.
Yeah,
a little bit of Mike McDonald there.
Oh yeah, I like it. Boy, his name comes up a lot on the show recently.
I'm wearing them, man.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Yeah, I'm rocking them right now.
You got the Michael McDonald shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Sultan of Smooth, baby.
Yeah.
Raja of Rue.
I don't know if you know this, but so David Crosby, before he died, it might have been the last interview he did. He was on the Howard Stern show. Uh-huh. And he said during that interview that, I guess they were very close friends too, Crosby and Michael McDonald. But he said that he believed that Michael McDonald was currently the best male singer in the entire United States. But nobody could sing better than Michael McDonald, in his opinion.
Yeah, I mean, in this date.
Yeah, this would have been within the last year. But when he said it, he was speaking at the present time. He said Michael McDonald is the best male singer in the entire country. I mean, granted, he's biased because they're very good friends too. I think Michael McDonald is on doing some backing vocals on the last album that David Crosby put out. That guy
did backing vocals like nobody's business.
Oh yeah,
on all those Steely Dan records.
Yep.
And then, it was so much so that if you listen to other like kind of soft rock or yacht rock tunes from that like late 70s, early 80s, there are a bunch of them that have guys. It's not Michael McDonald. They're just trying to sound like Michael McDonald. They're like Michael McDonald clones.
Right.
Yeah.
I found over the years to this day, some people don't realize that I like to use the example of the Christopher Cross song, Ride Like the Wind.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even realize that, the deep voice on that's Michael McDonald, The Long Way to Go.
Yeah.
I can't do you sounded like him just now when you did that. You really sounded, I can't sound like him. Hey, you want to do that one more time? That sounded really good. You do sound like.
Way to go. It's an easy one it's kind of, I mean, if you got the tenor thing.
Yeah.
I don't do impressions very well, but that's one that you just kind of put one finger in your ear like you're recording something, like the one can on.
That's awesome. No, you do sound like him.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to do anymore. I don't quite have those high notes anymore. Not today, anyway. But
Tamsin Churchill says so good. I don't know if that's in reference to the Michael McDonald impression or the song or both, but
I think it's in reference. I think it's explicitly in reference to the Michael McDonald.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Just playing a hunch on that one.
You want to play another song?
Yeah, I got another one.
Cool. If you're just joining us, Andy Klosenski is here in studio with us.
So this one's a newer one. I don't have this on a record yet.
Okay, cool.
That last one, Used White Sob, that's on that record, INFP. It's the one with kind of the dark cover with just my face on it.
Yeah.
I think the other one's a dark cover with my face on it too. That's not really narrowing it down. It's the one the one that doesn't have the jar of babies. And if you have to ask, then check it out. Andy Klosenski. All right, here we go. This one's called Discotheque of One.
Cocaine and cold champagne, lying in the warm Miami sun. Might as well be pouring rain, dancing in my discotheque of one. I'm spinning on roller skates, but my heart's about to break. I'm crying rhinestone tears like chandeliers on down my face. My mirror ball eyes shimmer even when I'm not awake. Discotheque discontent, I'm too busy crying to have fun. If agitation's what you meant, baby, I'm a discotheque of one. I'm working to earn my living, but hardly any living's getting done. So I'm making what they ain't giving, living in my discotheque of one. Tired of the tired life, inspiration come to me on high. Elevate me, take me higher, baby, like a ball of fire across the sky. All those swirling lights and colors coursing through my rods and cones. All the fights of fear and fancy falling out the microphone. All those aspirations aspirating in a hotel room alone. Discotheque discontent, I'm too busy crying to have fun. Agitation's what you meant, baby, I'm a discotheque of one. I'm working to earn my living, but hardly any living's getting done. So I'm making what they ain't giving, living in my discotheque of one. never was the life for me. All that cocaine coursing through your veins, flying high and headed for the trees. Look out! My feet are on the ground, in the round. The empty dance floor shimmers, pools of tears and scattered light. Setting sun reflecting off my mirror ball eyes. My boogie night has just begun. Dancing in my discotheque of one. Dancing in my discotheque of one. Dancing in my discotheque of one. Dancing in my discotheque of one.
Nice. I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. That is really, really good. Andy Klosenski is here with us live in studio. Hey, before we run out of time, I want to make sure that people know where to find you online, especially where some people might struggle with spelling your last name if they don't know.
Yeah. That's, I mean, three syllables, three letters per syllable, all phonetic, but it's a weird string of phonemes.
Right.
So it's Andy Klosenski, KLO. S as in Samuel, E, N as in nitrogen, S as in Samuel, K-I, Klosenski.com. Andy Klosenski.
Yes, you got a brand new website. I saw that.
Yep.
Or it looks new.
Yeah, it's pretty new.
Yeah. Oh, Joy Duran joins us in the Facebook live chat.
Hello, Joy.
You want to sneak one more in? We got time for one more if you want.
Ooh, good question. Probably ought to, shouldn't I? Let's do this.
Yeah, seize the moment.
I'm going to do something off of one of my other albums called We're Alive.
Okay.
This one is called Diane.
All right.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I can hear the shower running over you, dying. Steam all around you like a choir. Whoa, hot nights, moonlight, towel around your head. Lithe limbs, warm skin, climbing into bed. Maneuvering like poetry over me, dying. Each limb a stanza and each inch an I am. Bright eyes find mine through tangles of your hair. Reach out 9 times, middle of the night, but you're not there. You're dying. Whoa, whoa. The ship's wheel in my hands. Whoa, whoa. But I'm longing for dry land. Whoa, whoa. On a course I know I'll stray. Brain awake at night, you'll understand. Whoa, whoa. That a man just ain't a man till he's back in your arms, dying. Tangle of bodies and sheets. Oh, the feeling of leaving your feet while wayward we're stealing, climbing so high until our heads hit the ceiling again. Can't let you get away, Diane. I could have seen it coming from here to Old Cheyenne. But every time I play, I tip my hand. And all that water spinning down the drain. Still I bother when only lonely suds remain. 'Cause I can hear the shower running, lonesome as I am. It's running far from over you, Diane. And cascades that made